Lawman Mike at www.lawmanguitars.com. Wow, have I got a great guitar for you today. I couldn't wait to get this guitar over to the studio and demo it for you guys. It's a 1955 Les Paul Jr. Oh man, what a great guitar. This guitar was only the second year that they made the Les Paul Juniors. They started them in 1954. This one is a 1955, and they continued making them all the way up until 1963. Now, this guitar, first of all, it just plays great. I had Jeff the Tech work on this one. It wasn't bad when I got it, but it had a little thinner gauge strings on it than what I would prefer to have on it. Plus, these guitars, when they were brought out new, probably used as much as 13 gauge strings. We put 11s on it. I've even got a wound G string just because, and it just feels great to play it. I got to tell you, the guitar has fantastic action on it. The frets are in beautiful shape, and I got to tell you that the P90 single coil pickup on this guitar is just, it's fantastic. I've been playing it and playing it and playing it. It's been so much fun, and it just sounds great. So anyway, the guitar is just absolutely beautiful. Of course, it has dings and scratches. It's been around. It was a pro player's, but he really didn't gig it that much. Let's talk about what's all original on this guitar. We've got the original tall barrel knobs on this guitar. We have the original bridge on this guitar, and it compensates. So we set the intonation on this guitar up absolutely perfectly. We just talked about the black pickup covered P90 on here. Sounds unbelievable. I'll play it for you a little more here in just a minute. But it's got the original pickguard, original neck. It's got the original Kluson no-line tuners. The only thing that is not original on this guitar is the tuner buttons. Now, let me talk about that. Back in the early 1950s, these Kluson tuners, they still work today. However, the early ones, the buttons cracked off. They were made of a material that got brittle over time, and I can't tell you how many guitars I get where they're half hanging off the guitars. I have to break them off, and I usually put on older, actually 60s tuner buttons, so I try to keep them vintage correct. This one, however, has this custom job on the tuner buttons. They had them made out of wood, and they're just as solid as they can be. And it was, I have to tell you, it's probably the first thing I noticed on the guitar, how cool it looked at the headstock, just because it has these different tuners on it. Not tuners, but tuner buttons. So I left them alone. I didn't want to try to get them off. The new guy who gets the guitar may want to change them. That's fine. But I got to tell you, they look really cool. They work great, and I wouldn't do a thing to change it. But it's got the correct truss rod cover. The truss rod works perfectly on it. I believe this is the original nut on this guitar. I could be wrong, but it looks very, very old. And it's just in beautiful shape. There's a picture on the site that shows the innards of this guitar. The pots and the cap look like they have never been touched. I may have been the first one ever to open it up. It looks like it's that clean in there. It looks like original solder joint. So it's a really, really special guitar. And need I say more? It just sounds great. Now, some of the later 1960 Les Paul Juniors, the P90s got a little more brittle, is how I would describe them. And that's really kind of what I was expecting to hear when I picked up this guitar and started playing it, was it was going to give me that sound. I'm actually more of a neck pickup guy. I like little jazzier tones, so I'm really not necessarily a bridge kind of guy. However, I don't know if it's a pickup or what. Well, it is the pickup. It's a 1955 Gibson P90. It has to be the pickup, and it sounds fantastic. It's very, very versatile. It isn't just a one-trick pony pickup. I've got it cranked all the way on the treble setting on tone, but you back it off. I could listen to that for hours. So you back off the tone just a little bit. You put some pedals in front of this guitar and you will have a blast. So anyway, this guitar is absolutely beautiful. It's got the yellow sunburst finish on it. They had different finishes on them that went from more red to more yellow. This one is really kind of yellow and gold looking, And I hope the pictures translate because this guitar is absolutely beautiful. So you can check this guitar out in my website, www.lawmanguitars.com. We've got a great buy it now price on this guitar, and you will love it. So check it out and all other cool guitars at www.lawmanguitars.com. Thanks a lot for watching today.